Hello, what up? It's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. So, today is very exciting. You have no idea how exciting today's going to be. I mean, today we're gonna talk about a comic book movie, not a Marvel comic book movie, or a DC comic book movie, but this is a special kind of comic book movie. It's an adult comic book movie as well. Today we're talking about Kick-Ass in 4K. Now, there's a really sexy back cover for you as well. This isn't released in the UK, so I got this imported from the US. Hence, there's the R rating at the bottom there, if you can see that. Not that makes a difference, because most US releases are region unlocked, so you can watch them over here anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. I got Forrest Gump imported from America because it went out of print over here, and then a few weeks later it came back out, and I was like, brilliant, really glad that I spent that money getting that imported from America when I could have just waited for a couple more weeks. I'd waited for like 6 months as it was, so you know, it's not like I was being impatient. So anyway, I mean, there's a nice slipcover that comes with it, but besides that, it's just a normal standard 4K disc and Blu-ray. It's a bit thinner. It's one of the only things I don't like about buying Blu-rays from the US. Their cases come up a bit thinner. Not much thinner, but it's really obvious when it comes to putting Blu-rays on my shelf. It's a right pain in the arse trying to squeeze in these as well. So this is a modern take on superheroes. Aaron Johnson playing Kick-Ass. You'll know Aaron Johnson from Nowhere Boy. He played John Lennon, I believe, in Nowhere Boy. He's also in Tenet. He's the guy with the big beard in Tenet. I say that, there's loads of guys with big beards in Tenet. He's like the leader of the Tenet squad, as you might call it. He's actually got an English accent in that as well. He's American in this. Chris Mintz-Plasse, most famously known for playing McLovin / Fogel in Superbad, is in this. Nicolas Cage is in this. One of my favourite Nicolas Cage roles is his part in this. Chloe Moretz is in this as well. This is one of Matthew Vaughn's first directed movies. You might know Matthew Vaughn for directing films like Stardust and Layer Cake. He also did Kingsman, and he was responsible for the first reboot movies of the X-Men franchise. But Kick-Ass is one of my favourite Matthew Vaughn movies. Matthew Vaughn started with Guy Ritchie. He produced Lock, Stock and Snatch. 4K though, seeing as this is a 4K review, you should probably talk about the 4K in it. I quite liked it. It's a good little upgrade from your Blu-ray, if that helps. If you've got the Blu-ray and you want to get it in 4K, I'd say it's worth getting it imported from America, because goodness knows when it's going to come out over here. No one knows. There is nothing on the horizon saying it's even on the way to the UK as of yet. And they're not making a third one. Obviously they made a second one, but they're not making a third one, so there's nothing to push it to being released in the UK as of yet. So if you want to get it imported from the US, you can get it on eBay. I don't know if you can get it on Amazon. You can probably get it on the American Amazon, but I doubt you'll be able to get it on amazon.co.uk, because they don't really do US releases. They only really do UK releases, obviously. But if you go on amazon.com, it should be on there. But yeah, like I say, it's a good upgrade. It's a good upgrade from the Blu-ray. The picture quality was a lot better, obviously, because it's in 4K. The HDR in there looks good. Really brings out a lot of colours, brings out a lot of the blood. I did notice that the blood was lit up a little bit more. The grainy side of it is good. It's good grain, so thumbs up to the grain. Alright, we like a bit of good grain. But I mean, like, some of the things that I stuck out to me a lot was things like Hit Girl's hair looked good. It's a really nice glowing purple. Red Mist's car, obviously I noticed the red in Red Mist's car, thought that was good. One of the big things that I did notice was that whenever I've watched it in Blu-ray, there are a lot of scenes. There are a lot of scenes, not just shots. There are a lot of scenes as well as shots where the green screen looked really obvious. And, like, there are parts of it where you're just like, this is not very good quality, but that's cleared out on 4K, so the green screen shots don't look that bad. There are a few moments where you see like people driving cars where you know they're obviously not driving cars, but it doesn't matter. The CGI fire, there's a scene of CGI fire when a character gets set on fire. I won't tell you who because I don't want to spoil it, but a character gets set on fire. The CGI fire doesn't look that bad. So that's a good step up as well. We like to have good step ups in films like these. So all in all, I'd say it's a really good upgrade. It's a good film anyway. So if you like comic book movies, you like adult comic book movies, you like a bit of these characters, if you like Kick-Ass, you know, in general, like, go for it. Alright, go for it. Well, you can go for it as well if you want, but I'm talking about Kick-Ass. I will do that review at some point when I finish reading the book, as I've been over probably before. I really enjoyed this film. I saw it in the cinema. I loved it in the cinema. I loved it when I think I got it on DVD first, to be fair, because it's quite old. That's a good thing though. Like an old film that's been restored into 4K. It's only got a 2K DI, digital intermediate. So it is a upscale from 2K to 4K, but it still doesn't mean it's not 4K, does it? A lot of people that are like, oh, it's only a 2K DI, it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's still 4K, so fuck off. What can I say? I've said quite a lot already, and you guys are probably bored, so definitely worth the upgrade if you are interested in Kick-Ass in 4K. It's definitely worth that upgrade. So it is based on a comic. I'm pretty certain, from what I remember, the comic and the film were made at the same time. So that's an interesting point for you, because I got the comic just after the film was released in the cinema, and it was brand new out. And if you read the comic, the film is a really good interpretation of that comic. So if you like comics, I haven't read a lot of comics, but Kick-Ass is one of the comics that I have read. It's like it's not just like a few pages, it's like a big, pretty thick comic. And it's literally, some of the scenes are literally word for word the same. So, very good interpretation as far as I'm concerned, alright? Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to go now. If you could like this video, that'd be nice. Click on that thumb, bit of support. Gotta love that support. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be really nice. Bit of support, gotta love that support. And I'll see you again in another video. Boom. Ta-ra.